Biology Review numbers 13 and 14. 13 says members of the kingdom Animalia are best described as, and then I have all of these terms down here. Well, let's make sure we know what these terms mean so that we can answer the question. Unicellular means one cell. Multicellular means many cells. So we have two that say unicellular and two that say multicellular. Well, first of all, Animalia, those are animals. So I think to myself, okay, are animals one cell or multi-celled organisms? Well, animals have lots of cells. Okay, we are animals. We're made of lots and lots and lots of cells. So I'm going to get rid of these one-celled options. Then our other terms, I'm going to go ahead and let you know what prokaryotic is because it's not in the two we have left. Prokaryotic means that its cells do not have a nucleus, and eukaryotic means that it does have a nucleus. Those cells that make up the organisms have a nucleus. Okay, so both of our answer choices here are eukaryotic that we have left because we've already crossed off F and G. So they do have a nucleus. We know that animal cells have a nucleus. And then we're left with these two terms, heterotrophic and autotrophic. Well, troph has to do with energy. Hetero means different or other, and auto means self. So what this is saying is a heterotrophic organism gets its energy from something other than itself, and autotrophic organisms get their energy from themselves, which means that they can go through photosynthesis or chemosynthesis to make their own food energy. Well, animals do not go through photosynthesis. We are animals. We get our energy by eating something other than ourselves. We eat something different, and that's how we get our energy. So answer choice H is the correct answer. So animals are multicellular, eukaryotic, and heterotrophic. Number 14 says, which of the following is the most specific group used to classify organisms? Well, here are all the groups that we use to classify organisms. We have kingdom here, kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, and species. When you think of a kingdom, you think of a very large area, right? And a kingdom, when we talk about classification, is a very large group of organisms. So we're talking about like kingdom Animalia, like we talked about in the last question. It's all the different animals. Kingdom Plantae, which is all the different plants. So we're looking at a very large group of organisms. When we go farther and farther down this list, we break this group into smaller groups. So we'll have multiple phyla within a kingdom, and then we'll have multiple classes within each phylum. We'll have multiple orders within each class. So each time I go down, I get more and more specific as to what type of organism I'm looking at, and my number of organisms gets smaller. So when I get down here to species, look at this word species. It even starts with the same letters as specific. All right? The most specific type of organism is the species, because now we're just talking about one group of organisms that can interbreed with each other and have fertile offspring. So I want to, if I'm looking for the most specific or the smallest group, I'm looking for the one closest to species. And in this case, our answer choice would be genus, because it is the closest to species. Species is not listed. So this is our correct answer. If it had asked for the largest or broadest or contains the most different types of organisms, we would be looking at kingdom. But since we're looking for the most specific, which is going to be the smallest group, the most definite pointer at just one type of organism, we're looking at genus because it's closest to species. A way you can remember these in order, a mnemonic that we can use, is King Philip came over from Great Spain. So K, P, C, O, F, G, S. All right, then if you can remember those, King Philip came over from Great Spain. You can remember the order that these fall in, so that if you're asked a question like this, you can know which one is in front of the other in order.